Miss Pennsylvania told Today that she was conceived when her then 19-year-old mother was raped at knife point. And she's using her prominence to educate other young women about sexual assault and overcome adversity in the run-up to competing in this week's Miss USA pageant. According to Today, the 24-year-old Valerie Gatto found out about her father when she was a kid. Gatto says her mother was leaving work in Pittsburgh when a man dressed in black attacked her, dragged her into an alley, and sexually assaulted her. And because of her mother's ordeal, she plans to make sexual assault prevention central to her platform. This is actually what she said about it. Unfortunately, we have to be aware of these crimes, she said. I hope to show others how to be proactive and what to do, to be present, to be aware of your surroundings, little things like that. I'm educating women about a topic that's so serious, but it's also so awesome to see their responses. They say it changes their life.
I thought for sure that when I started reading this article that it was going to go in the direction of she's going to be pro-life.
I knew you say that. I knew it. Yep.
Right.
And I think many people will take it that way. They'll see this as an example of how a victim of rape and conceived a child and had a perfectly wonderful child and everything's fine. Fairy tales and candies all over.
Right. Now she grew up to be a great person, and now she's doing this campaign, which we all love and agree with, and bless her heart, to make sure that it doesn't happen. And I guess there's a certain degree of irony there, and if it didn't happen, she wouldn't exist. Right. But she's, of course, still advocating for it because she's a logical person, right? She knows that just because it in this case resulted in her being born doesn't mean it's a good thing. And it's something that the right wing sometimes can't wrap their mind around. Like, well, if she turned into this wonderful person, then God must have intended it. No, God never intended rape, okay? Once you start going in that direction, well, luckily you lose elections, right? But it's the wrong way to go. And so she's pointing out, look, let's focus on what the most important message here is: preventing sexual assaults.
Yeah. See, but the right wing wouldn't be able to use her in propaganda because, according to them, her mother wasn't legitimately raped, right? Because if she was legitimately raped, the nation would have shut it down and she wouldn't have got pregnant.
There was a guy wearing black who raped her in the alley.
Yeah, her mom wanted a little.
But the thing is,
Todd Aiken would say.
That's literally what Todd Aiken said. He was a Republican Senate candidate,
she liked it a little
and he
bit.
was leading until he said that.
If she totally didn't like it, she wouldn't have got pregnant. She must have liked it. She must have had a rape fantasy.
Isn't that amazing that they actually think that?
Yes.
It's unbelievable that they think that.
Yeah, you can't parody that. It's already crazy.
Yeah. Well, and also I think this is, talk about a sign of the times. You think 20 years ago or, however long ago in a beauty pageant, this would even come up. A woman would be, secure enough and feel safe enough and confident enough to say, oh, by the way, this is why this platform is important to me.
And I'm glad that she's pursuing a career that objectifies women sexually.
Oh, so you think she shouldn't go in that direction? Because look,
no, it's great. I'm all for it. Are you kidding me?
No, I don't think he was being sarcastic. I think he really is glad.
I want to know everything she has in her mind. I do.
So no, but look. There's a real point there.
It's ironic.
Okay, so I don't know if it's ironic. So let's have that discussion, right? So Miss USA pageant is happening over the weekend. She's Miss Pennsylvania.
Have you ever watched the Miss USA pageant?
Actually, I have to confess, never from beginning to end.
I can think of I watch it for a few minutes at a time. I cannot think of, I watched it like last year or the year before. I could not think of an emptier, more demeaning show that women can be involved in. Honestly, I think I watched it because they had a transsexual on for the first time or something, which is nice that they can now be humiliated and objectified like regular women.
Sure.
It's nice. So
that's interesting.
These things are horrible. Have you watched one of those contests?
I haven't watched them in a really long time.
They're way worse now than they used to be.
Why?
They're just literally women. Maybe I don't remember them. Maybe I remember them differently from when I was a kid. But I watched recently, and it's literally just women walking in different clothes for an hour. That's all they do.
Okay. It's worse than America's Next Top Model, is what you're saying.
Yes.
But really, what is this contest about? Is it about having, selecting the woman that's most physically beautiful? And do we have a problem with that? Because I think that's what you're saying. They're just walking around in different clothes and we're judging them based on their attractiveness. And you can say that's objectifying, but at the same time, that's what the contest is about, really. It's about pretty women walking down, being judged, and they're okay being judged solely on their looks. This little part about their campaign and what they believe and what do you want to fix in the world, and they get like 10-second answers.
Yes, I know.
I think they do it to appease people, but really I think we should just change this and say this is a competition based on your modeling ability.
Well, it's called a beauty pageant.
It's about beauty. I don't.
One of my old heroes, Jay Leno, had a joke.
Oh, man, that's sarcastic.
Now he used to be my hero. He had a joke about he always loved the question part of the Miss America contest because they asked him, "What do you want to do with your life?" She says, "Well, first I want to bring world peace, and then I'm going to get my own apartment." Because these are college kids who they're asking these questions to. Anyway, so that's kind of fun.
So, on the one hand, it's impossible to look at it and not feel like, what's the point of this? Like, it's a little embarrassing to have a girl walking around in a bikini on national TV and have guys like Donald Trump, who runs this contest, leer at them and go, and be like, ooh, yeah, 9.4, no, 9.6. I'm really aroused.
It's literally
right?
what's happening.
So it is. So I hear your point. The flip side is, it's hard for me to disagree with Lissette. That's what the contest is. That's what it is. So like, and there's a Mr. Universe, and they get all pumped up, and then they rub themselves with like oil, and you know, and then they shake your lawn, and you know, it's and so okay, there are contests like that. There are contests to see if you can get into Yale and Harvard. This isn't one of those, right?
Well, and that's the thing. I think that maybe the old Gina would have said, you know, well, this is insane. This is the worst kind of irony that she's, you know, she came from this horrible situation. It was all about, I mean, the worst kind of objectification you could do to somebody, and now she's a part of it. But now I think it's like, fuck that, she can do whatever she wants. She's a grown woman. This is how she's, you know, this is the way she wants to take her life's path. Lots of people do it. It's fun, and she gets to do this and gets to do that.
Well,
and her platform, but it's that.
Well,
so she's allowed to do whatever she wants. And this isn't,
so I mean, I don't know.
This isn't for us to judge.
Is it wrong to leer at a woman, or is it not wrong to leer at a woman? Is it okay?
No,
I mean, if there's a sash and a tiara involved, it is not wrong.
And it's like,
that's right.
And
I agree with that.
Who is Miss America pageant for? Is it for guys who haven't discovered pornography yet? Do they somehow magically figured out the technology to broadcast this year's Miss America back to the 1950s into the houses of men who can't fucking get a Playboy magazine? Who is this goddamn thing for?
But that's originally what it was for.
No, but now it's for CoverGirl, it's for, you know, DVF, it's for fashion lines, it's for makeup lines to make us women feel like shit, feel insecure with ourselves, see these beautiful women like, oh my gosh, I want to be tan like her, oh my gosh, my like boobs aren't perfect like that, oh my hair doesn't shine like that, I need to go buy Pantene Pro V. That's what it's for. That's why they have all these sponsors. It's marketing. That's exactly what it is. It's the same thing that you see in magazines.
So you don't have a problem with beauty contests or women who get into them and so we just judge you?
I would have a problem being in a beauty contest because it's not something that I want to be solely judged on. But do I have a problem with beauty contests per se if women want to be judged on their looks? No. If they are fully aware that that's what they're doing, if it's a conscious choice on their part, and they want to say, this is who I am, these are my physical attributes, judge me on them, then fucking let them do it.
And Jimmy, there's some irony in what you're saying, because you don't mind porn. Right? And so now this is, so if a woman says, hey, you know what, I'm going to take my clothes off and then I'm going to have 3 guys have sex with me, and that's fine, why can't she just walk around in a bikini and have guys stare at her and be like, oh, yeah, 9.8, yeah, nice job, right? So
but I don't pretend that porn is wholesome or it's a good career.
I get it. That's a good point.
So I'm not, I think I'm being more genuine when I talk about it. That's all. And by the way, I grew up on the 80s porn, Cenk, when the men were much more respectful to the ladies. They didn't fucking slap them in the face with their dicks or spit on them. Somebody knocked on the door. They had pizza. They got to fucking know each other.